Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is the fourth video in the Before I Turn 18 series. Today, I competed in the MrBeast's Extreme Survival Challenge tournament, and it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy the clips that I have from it. Make sure to subscribe because I am going to be posting daily content for this series before I turn 18. So, stay tuned for more content every single day, and hope you guys enjoy. See you next time. So I joined into the game a little bit before the tournament started, just so that I could have a little bit of practice beforehand to have a decent chance at competing for the $1 million grand prize. So as soon as the tournament goes live, I go and hop into my first game. And as soon as you get into the game, you get put into this kind of lobby thing where there's these two big television screens that once the game starts, MrBeast pops onto those screens and explains what you're doing in the tournament and how to earn points and how the highest points wins the $1 million grand prize.
Is the craziest Fortnite tournament ever, and it's your job to survive as long as you can to win. Survive the longest, win minigames, dodge hazards, and claim your spot competing for $1 million. And whoever has the best score when the tournament ends wins $1 million and bragging rights for life.
So after the word from MrBeast, you get teleported into the island where everyone starts competing, and you have to partake in little mini challenges. And each time you survive a challenge, you get 525 points. And there's also coins that'll spawn randomly throughout the map, where if you collect them, they give you extra points. So there's coins that are of the value of 225, 555, and 1,000. So after completing a certain number of those mini challenges, it makes up a round. And at the end of each round, you go and compete in a bigger challenge where you get teleported to another island. And so you do another mini game. And this first one was the Find the Briefcase, which is really, really hard. I never was able to find the briefcase. And after each of these mini games, you get teleported back to the regular island to continue competing in those mini challenges. So then we end up making it through the second round, which means we go on to our second minigame, which was Don't Fall to the Bottom, which was also one of my least favorite minigames throughout the entire selection of minigames. It's basically just spleef, or like that game in Fall Guys where you fall through the tile or piece or whatever when you stand on it. It's honestly just really annoying. I never ended up winning this because you get griefed so much throughout playing this game. And so after that, we're going back to compete in those little mini challenges to see if we can get to round 3. So after all that, we make it through round 3, and we're on to the third mini game, which is where you have to stay in a red circle and collect coins. This one's honestly one of the easier ones, but you do get pushed around by impulses and get hit by the ice bombs a lot. But basically the whole goal of this is to keep going in through the platform and collecting as many coins and getting as many points as you can. And so once that's done, we go and we get sent back to compete in more of those mini challenges. And so it's on round 4 now. So we make it through round 4, and so we're on to our fourth mini game, which is Complete the Maze. Basically, you just go through and you do a maze. This one I didn't get on the first try, but I got it every try after that. And so after that, we go and we once again go back to compete in those smaller challenges in round 5. So it was right about here during the 5th round where I figured that I was about to die, and that's exactly what happened. I died, and so I lost my first game, but I ended it with 35,156 points. So I started going back to the lobby to get ready for my second game, hoping that I could do better in that game than I did in this one. So right here, I started loading up game 2, and let's get into game 2. So the first minigame in game 2 was to find the briefcase again. Once again, still didn't find it, so let's go on to the round 2 of game number 2. So round 2 was once again Don't Fall to the Bottom. Again, didn't make it through this one. Probably my least favorite of all the mini games. Now let's get on to round 3. Round 3 was stay in the circle. So again, just getting as many coins and as many points as I possibly could to hopefully get more points than I did the last game. So let's go on to round 4. All right, and round 4 was again floor is lava, and I also did not make it through this one. So let's go on to round 5 of game 2. So in this round, it was again to complete the maze, and this time I did actually complete it. So I got 2,500 points for completing it, and not only did I complete it, but I also completed it first. So I got an extra 1,500 on top of that. But unfortunately, right after this, I ended up dying, and so I went back to the lobby for game 3, and I had ended this game off with 47,389 points, beating the first game, which was around 31,000. So it was time for us to get ready for game 3. So round 1 was once again to don't fall to the bottom, which yet again I still did not finish. This game sucks. I hate it so much. Then round 2 was the floor is lava, which I again did not complete, but this time I got a lot of coins, so I got a lot of extra points. And then round 3 was again the stay in the circle, so once again just got a bunch more coins, bunch more points, and so we're on to round 4. And the next round was the maze again. So I also completed the maze this round. So I got that extra 2,500 points. In the next round, I got introduced to a new mini game, red light, green light. And this one, pretty easy. Just run through, don't move on the red light, move on the green light, and you collect coins. So pretty easy, made it through this one. And then in the next round, we once again got introduced to another new mini game, which was get to the bottom without touching anything. So it was just a dropper map. Kind of strange at first, but I got it after a little bit. So completed that one. But unfortunately, this game would come to an end right here, and I died. So I headed back to the lobby to get ready for game number 4, and I ended this game with 64,039 points, beating my previous 2 games' scores. So then I started to get ready for game 4. And then in game 4, round 1, we had don't fall to the bottom again, which again, I didn't make to the end. I lost. Then round 2 was again find the briefcase, which I still was not able to find. Then the next round in game 2 was again the stay in the red circle. So once again, just got to get a bunch of coins, bunch of points, and let's go to the next round. Then the next mini game was the floor is lava again, which I still did not make it to the end. I got caught by the lava again. Then the next round was the dropper map again, which this one took me a little bit longer and a little bit more effort to get done, but I ended up getting it eventually and finished the minigame. Then the next minigame was the maze again, and I did once again complete the maze. I didn't get first this time, but I did complete it. Unfortunately though, this game was about to come to an end, and so I died again and went back to lobby to get ready for game number 5. So I started loading up game number 5, hoping that this time I could actually get more points, as seeing last game I didn't get more points than I did in game 3. So round 1 of game number 5 was red light, green light again. So really easy, got through it, and got some extra points from the coins. Then round 2 was once again Don't Fall to the Bottom, which I also lost again. This map kills me. It's so hard. Then the next mini game was once again Stay in the Red Circle. So again, really easy mini game. Got a bunch of points from getting a bunch of coins. Then the next mini game that we have was Floor is Lava, which I once again still was not able to make it all the way to the top. Then again, unfortunately, this game came to an end, so I went back to the lobby to get ready for game 6. And the same as last game, I was not able to beat my highest score, so I was hoping that I would be able to beat it in game 6. First minigame of game number 6 was red light, green light again. So once again, easily got through it, and I got coins, so I got extra points. Then the second minigame was once again my least favorite minigame, and at this point I was losing my mind about this minigame, and I still was not able to win, but this time I did at least get more coins than I had, I think, any of the other times that I had been playing this minigame. And our third minigame in game 6 was again Stay in the Red Circle. So once again, really easy. Got pushed around a little bit, but got a bunch of coins and a bunch of points. And then the next minigame was once again the maze, which I was again able to complete and secure myself an extra 2,500 points. Then our next minigame of game number 6 was the Floor is Lava again, and this time I actually managed to complete it. I managed to get to the top, and I didn't get hit by any of the lava the entire game. But unfortunately, after feeling triumphant after winning the Floor is Lava, I ended up dying again, not beating my original point score that I had that was my highest points. So I went back to the lobby for game number 7. When I was getting ready for game number 7, at this point I was pretty tired, kind of out of it, so this was going to be my last game of the tournament, and I was hoping to make it a good one and to get more than the 64,039 points that I had as my max right now. My first minigame of game number 7 was once again the Floor is Lava, but this time I sadly wasn't able to complete it. Then my second minigame of game number 7 was again Don't Fall to the Bottom, and at this point I was so tired and so annoyed of constantly having to do this minigame, and I again lost and wasn't able to make it to the end. Then we had another round of Stay in the Red Circle. Once again, it was really easy, got a lot of coins, got a lot of points. The next minigame after that was Get to the Bottom again, so the dropper map again, but at this point I was so tired and wanting to be done with my last game that I completely was zoned out and wasn't able to do this properly, so I didn't get through the dropper. Then the next minigame was to complete the maze, which I actually did manage to complete it. Unfortunately, shortly after that, I had stopped paying attention, so I ended up dying again, and that was the end of my last game in the MrBeast's tournament. So I didn't end up winning the $1 million, but I enjoyed playing through the tournament for the couple hours that I did. So I'll see you guys next time.